Well, two Nigerians are up for the women's prize at the CAF Awards in Dakar this week. One of them is no stranger to the top spot in the women's game, having taken home the prize 3 times before. CGTN's Deji Badmus has been talking to Asisat Oshoala about her incredible record and asked her about their expectations now that the Super Falcons are going to the World Cup.
This time around, we're ready to make a difference. We're ready to actually prove ourselves that the African teams are not just coming up to make up the numbers for the teams for the World Cup, but also to make impacts this time around, to play and qualify as well. We'll try to put in our best. I think the Federation are also trying. They've been bringing a couple of friendly games, a couple of international tournaments for us now, for us to get prepared for the World Cup. So I think with that, we're going to put up a better show.
Would you have preferred another group to the group where you find yourself now?
For me, I don't care about the group. We're women, play the game. It's all about the ball. It's all about the 90 minutes. It's all about what happens at the end of each 90 minutes. So it's just football. You can meet anyone. No one is a pushover. For a team to qualify to the World Cup, I think the team is a very good one. So no matter the team you're playing against, or even if we've been in another group, it doesn't still matter, because the teams are still very good. As much as us, we qualified for the World Cup. So it doesn't really count.
The Super Falcons won the Africa Women's Cup of Nations last November in Ghana, but they did it the hard way via a penalty shootout against the Bayana of South Africa. Asisat thinks the tournament was a positive for the continent.
The good thing there is we have a lot of African teams that actually improved now. Everyone is awake. On a normal day, maybe Mali, they get like 6-7-0 before, but in this tournament, it wasn't like that. They qualified for the next round, so I think it was really a good one, great outing, a wake-up call for Nigeria as well, so it was a great time.
What happened to you? A lot of people say you were not firing on all cylinders in the tournament. What exactly happened?
For me, I think it's more about the team game, it's more about the team principle, and it's more about the team objective. You know, whatever it is that comes in after that is just secondary. The primary aim is to qualify for the World Cup and win the trophy. So whichever thing that comes along with it, probably the MVP or the top scorer or whatever, they're just secondary objectives. So I don't like to put that first. I've won that series of times. I've won that countless times. So it's not really important to me.
After playing in some of Europe's top clubs, Asisat moved to the Chinese Women's Super League in 2017, where she plays for Dalian Quanjian. She was an instant hit in China, emerging the top scorer of the Chinese Women's Super League with 12 goals in her first season. How would you rate the standard of female football in China?
Basically, it's just as normal as that of Europe. There's no difference. I mean, you have normal professional football players, but because of the distance, a lot of players don't want to go there. But now you see a lot of people want to go to China to play football, because I mean, when I went there, a lot of them asked me how the league was, they send me messages, and all of the international players. So I made them understand it's really good, and now a lot of players coming in now, big players around the world. Everyone wants to play in China now because it's something new, you know, different environment, different culture, everything is just quite different right there. But the standard of football is still the same, there's no difference. They play at the World Cup if you watch, and if you look closely, trying to get through the female football history, I think the Asians, they have a better record.